Hey guys, Garrett Tice over here with Applied Software. Today what I want to talk about is sheet length and width. Maybe you have a 10 foot by 5 foot on your floor as well as a 10 foot by 4 foot plasma table. Maybe you have a 20 foot plasma table and a 10 foot plasma table, both 5 feet wide. Basically what I want to talk about is how to manage those different sheet sizes. What is the quickest way to ensure that you send the appropriate file and size to the appropriate table? So in this example, what I have here is I've got a 10 foot and a 20 foot table on my imaginary shop floor. Now the key here is in your setup. So your rail and beam, and you have an option to restrict the nested materials to this size. The same could be said for a 48 wide as opposed to a 5 foot wide. But for this example, we're 10 feet by 20 feet. Both of them are 5 feet wide. But the key again is to restrict nested material sizes to this size. So in my 20 footer, you'll see I've got 240, 60 as well, but I also have this checkbox enabled. Now in your material, in this instance I'm using 24 gauge galvanized, you've got 120 by 60 and 240 by 60. Now the key is to have your largest size as your default. So notice I've checked 240 here to indicate that that is my default size. During the example, I'll show you the downfalls of not having that checked. I'll go ahead and hit OK here. All right. Now I've just thrown in a lot of square elbows here so that way I have a few sheets. What you're going to need to do is set up a process per table. So here I have a 10-foot table. Here I have a 20-foot table. I'll just go into the options of the 20 footer and you'll see that I'm calling out the 20 footer. And under general nesting, I'm using the default sheet sizes. In my select machine, I'm not writing in C for all the machines in the group, but I am calling out my 20 footer. And the 10 footer is the same. Use default sheet sizes in my 10-foot machine. Now, if I know that this job needs to go to the 10-foot machine, I'll run my 10 footer. And on my nests, you can see that they are 120 by 60, right? If I go to my CNC folder, I'll look at 1624, and you'll see that my sheet length and width is 120 by 60. Same thing that's here. Now with that same job, if I were to say actually, okay, we need to send that to the 20 footer, I can run my 20-foot process. And now you can see my sheet sizes are 240 by 60. 1644 is my number. I'll go pull that up. And you'll see that it is 240 by 60. Now, if you fail to place your largest size as your default, which I'll go do here, I'll set my 120 by 60 as my default now. Now when I run my 20 footer, you can see that it stuck it to a 10 foot long by 5 foot wide. So if you're going to go this route, if you have multiple tables on your floor with different bed sizes, ensure that your largest available size is your default. Within your installed machines, make sure that you have restrict nested materials to this size. And you'll need to set up 2 processes or 3 based off, again, the hardware that you have on your shop floor. This is a quick way as opposed to going in and saying, okay, I need it to be a 10-foot sheet. Normally what I see is people just jumping between selecting the hyperlink, going to 24, and doing a double click. Go ahead and set up all of your sizes. Go ahead and make sure your largest is your default. And then have a process. Just have a process to say, okay, it needs to go to this table. Run the process, print your labels, and go burn it. Let me know if this was beneficial below.